morning and welcome into the Real Monica Adams Show. I am your host, Monica Adams. If you are a long timer, they call themselves Monica's Maniacs. If you are brand new, you can join that wonderful community that's almost 2 years strong. Can you believe that? March 1st of 2023, we kicked this show off and we are getting ready to celebrate not only 2 years, but 500 shows. And we're going to talk about all that excitement and some wonderful email ideas that I got yesterday. Keep them coming in because we're looking at that big culmination at the end of the first week of March to celebrate with you. So some exciting things to come. First of all, how cold are you this morning? Did you already go out? Did you run some errands? For those of you that are early risers, did you go out and walk or run? Okay, let me say it's dangerously cold. And I know some people are like, oh yeah, whatever. It's winter. It's cold. We expect it. No, we're talking about really serious conditions with regards to the possibility of frostbite and hypothermia just by being out for 30 minutes in exposed skin. That's what we're talking about this morning. Linda Eckert, by the way, thank you so much for taking the call and going out and making a snow angel the other day in the snow. I talked about it during Wet Your Whistle last night. And I was saying, drop in pictures because if it's absolutely beautiful where you were yesterday, let's see them. She said they got about 7 inches where she lives down in St. Francis County, but she went out and she said it was cold on her butt and she made a snow angel for us. So thank you for doing that. I greatly appreciate it. As you're getting up and trying to warm up this morning, we have you taken care of when it comes to weather. Then some news you can use, some fun news, some sports news. And then we're going to talk about our doggies today. Positive talk time we have every other Thursday with Jessica Cook at Yuppy Puppies Forever Rescue, Yuppy Puppy Pet Spa, Wing Haven area, as well as Cottleville. Well, just like many of you, she and her staff were hit with the viruses that are going around. She's recovering, but she's like, Monica, let's hold off. So hopefully we'll be doing the positive talk time at Yuppy Puppies next week. We'll be talking with her and letting you know about all the wonderful animals that are up for adoption. Today, we're going to show you some of them because I took some video of them. And we'll also talk about that big transfer that they did from the APA. And so that means more animals will be up for adoption very soon. Of course, they'll have to go through all the necessary channels of what they have to do when they're doing their screenings, assessing, getting them ready for hopefully their forever home. So we will show some of them today. And we'll also talk about why do our dogs follow us and what do they do for our lives? They are just absolutely incredible. And today I want to love on them even more. This is actually a day for your pets, and I'll explain that. Let's get into the weather. So when I mentioned it's cold, this is wind chills, folks. Look at Bowling Green, minus 17. Jerseyville, St. Charles, Wentzville, out in Herman, Sullivan, Chesterfield, Florissant, Arnold, they're all in that 12 to 14 to 15 minus wind chills. If you're in the Illinois area, Centralia, Vandalia, Nashville, Illinois, Edwardsville, and Belleville, around 10 to 13 below from the wind chill. That's what it feels like on bare skin. Temperature itself, this is what we're looking at. We're not talking snow anymore, and that's good news. And in fact, I don't think we will for a while, but some of you are as low as 1 degree, and that is the actual temperature with, again, wind chills of some that you just saw of minus 15. 18 for the high today, down to 5 for a low. Friday, 28 degrees, down to 16. And I mentioned we have the home opener with St. Louis City SC on Saturday. I'm glad we're not going to be experiencing what we're seeing right now because, boy, would that be cold. I mean, dangerously. When we went to a game a couple of years ago, that's what it was like, and it actually snowed inside of the stadium. So you won't be dealing with that, but still bundle up. It'll be down to 25 that night. Then look at how absolutely amazing. I mean, it feels like it's forever away. But Sunday's high will be 50 and sunshine, a little clouds mixed in, 37 for your low. Monday, that pick day, Monday and Tuesday look great. 60 degrees for the high, 58 on Tuesday. And then there is a slight chance of rain on Wednesday and Thursday, 57, then 49 as we get into next weekend, 52 on Friday. And then Saturday of next weekend starts March. And so when we hear that, don't we start thinking of warmer weather? I know I do. Let's get rid of this stuff, the snow, okay? Some of you may still have some on your driveways or on your sidewalk. So, of course, still watch your footing out there. But the crews have done an amazing job on the highways and on the arterial roads of getting them removed for you. May have some slick spots here or there because, again, how cold it is. So maybe those exit ramps, entrance ramps. There are some accidents I heard about this morning. So just slow it down just a bit and you should be okay. But we got one more day to get through the crazy cold weather. Now, how about you? Are you outside of our immediate area, Missouri, Illinois? If so, tell us what you're dealing with. Actually, if you're on vacation, go ahead and tease us with just how warm it might be. My brother and sister-in-law just got back from Jamaica, and I was looking at their pictures and just seeing them in swimsuits and standing by the ocean. I was like, just transcend me there, right? So if you are elsewhere, welcome aboard. We want to make sure that everybody is heard, but I like to take care of my local viewers that have watched me for the last 30 years in TV or listened on radio. Take care of them. Now, some of the news you can use stories will affect all of us, no matter where you are. If you're in the United States or if you're in another country, if you are in a beautiful area, then no, you're not dealing with the fitness in the freeze. But this is a question I wanted to ask you as we start off our news you can use. There are some gyms and as well, like running shops and other athletic shops, that these frigid temperatures are keeping them away. Maybe the fitness businesses and fitness business in St. Louis, some are keeping busy while others are slowing. So who would you think is keeping busy? Well, those that are selling winter gear, people are maybe going for that. But if you're thinking of running, there's not a lot of people that are out. And if you pay attention, that's actually probably a good thing because we said 30 minutes skin that could create hypothermia issues. So if you are going to be active, try to do it inside, or you better layer up and layer up and layer up because, again, we don't want to be talking about you in the news about something that happened to you. I heard, this is a horrific story. I heard about a woman that was found, a body that was found down in the city, and we're trying to take care of those homeless, and they're saying the city's not doing enough for them. But can you just imagine, again, not having a home and then out in these cold temperatures at the same time, thinking about all those mandatory workers that are out there taking care of us. But when it comes to the fitness side, what are you doing? So interact with me now about how you are getting your movement in. Are you doing it indoors? Some places are saying that they're seeing their business increase, and this is for people that maybe are buying fitness equipment because they want to bring it into their homes and have more things to do. I've told my clients it's as simple as your own body weight resistance, as well as buying some simple bands. Maybe you get a handful of dumbbells or kettlebells. But again, if you've got a mat and your body, I'm going to tell you what, I used to tell people, you give me a small little square that we won't even move out of. I'll keep you in that square and I'll give you the best workout of your life. My clients will attest to the fact that when I say we have no equipment today, it's just you working your own body, right? So right here, let me move this microphone and show you. Right there. So it's all talking about what we need in life. And for this, it is workout, it's animals, and wine. All right. I can get through my whole life with all of that. What about you? But I want you to move. I don't want you to just give up while the weather's cold. Sometimes you've got to be creative and get a little unique in how you're doing your workouts when you can't get to your gym. But again, it's the up and down of life. Gyms are looking forward to maybe the warmer weather coming because people have decided to bypass going in and doing their workouts. But I asked, what about you? I ran into somebody the other day and they said, nope, still getting into the gym. It is less, though, they said. So that actually was right in line with what we were just mentioning, that some of the gyms are seeing less people until it gets a little bit warmer. So I'd say today, you might not see as many because it is so bitterly cold. Others are diehards and they say that they don't care. And again, from the shops, it just depends. Winter gear, like our REIs and things like that, outdoor stores, they're seeing an increase, but your running stores and things like that, they're saying it's a little bit down. All right. We've talked about the entrepreneurial spirit of our youth before, right? But this goes above and beyond. This Cookie Queen Girl Scout sets a state record selling nearly 40,000 box of cookies. Wrap your brain around that again. If you were a Girl Scout, you think about getting excited in the hundreds, which is a big deal, by the way. But 40,000 box of cookies, this is actually a 12-year-old North Carolina girl. And the other scouts in her troop, they sell so many Girl Scout cookies each year that they need a semi-truck driver just to deliver them all. I mean, come on. I was proud of what I did, but this girl is obviously, as you saw, takes the cake. She is the cookie queen. So after 7 years as a Girl Scout, she's broken a North Carolina state record. She sold nearly 40,000 boxes of cookies. During the 23-24 selling season, she sold her highest yearly total yet at nearly 13,000 boxes. This mom and dad has to be so ridiculously proud in her, but just think about where she's going to go in life. This young girl could be our next president, don't you think? We mentioned we were going to talk about your dogs today, as well as the dogs that are available and up for adoption. So be sure to do me a favor right now. Start texting. Let's start getting those numbers up on all the platforms: Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, X, Rumble, Instagram. We're on all of them. And I want to start showing some of the dogs that are available, because this is when look. You want to get warm? Get a dog. I'm telling you, they are just the greatest cuddle bunnies. And this, right? So tell me, do your dogs just attach themselves to you? Which we'll talk about, why they constantly follow you around. What's the mental side behind that? The emotional side behind that. But if you're cold and you just can't warm up, adopt a puppy or adopt a senior dog. Bring an animal into your home on this positive talk time. This dog was abandoned outside a grocery store. Are you kidding me? With a note begging for help saying, "Take me home." This actually was in Michigan, and staff at an animal shelter hoped to find a loving home for this dog. Was abandoned in that parking lot. The dog, whose name is Rookie, was brought to the Kent County Animal Shelter by a group of people who found her in the parking lot last week. She had a handwritten note that you see right there tied to her collar. It says, "My name is Rookie. Please help me. Take me home." The director of the animal shelter described Rookie as sweet and gentle, said staff will make sure the dog finds a wonderful, loving home. But who does that? Who just abandons a dog? I mean, come on. First of all, I don't understand people that bring a dog into their house. I know we're in tough times, and some people say that's the reason why, that they can't afford to feed them. First of all, they can't afford to get all the vaccinations or shots or get the medications like heartworm medicine, things like that they need. But who just dumps a dog in a parking lot? Take it to a shelter. Take it to someone like the wonderful Yuppy Puppies Forever Rescue or an APA or Humane Society, something like that. Ask them if they can take it in. I mean, obviously, if you've got one shelter that can't, you just keep going. You don't just dump an animal. So yes, I'm going to be on my soapbox here for just a second, but what kind of mindset is that? It's the same thing where we've heard the horrific stories of people just dropping a baby off on a parking lot or on a step somewhere. Take it to a police station. Take the child to a fire department, something like that. You don't just dump these human beings and animals somewhere. So yeah, that frustrated me. Speaking of our police and our fire, we need to take care of them, because according to a new study, police are more likely to die by suicide than killed on duty. So there's a new nonprofit that's aiming to end the stigma around their mental health. As the wife of a police officer, I'll tell you firsthand, I'm always worried about my hero, because they see so much and they tell you that they're okay, and then you find out that they're really not. So we know they're in a very difficult business, but when they retire, many times it's losing the identity. When they take the armor off, right? Or we think about our military, and then they try to transfer to civilian life, they start to remember all the things that they saw on the battlefield. And that can be truly in the military, or our world is in the battlefield, right? Fire, police. So we need to take care of them. So kudos to this nonprofit organization. There's an O'Fallon, Missouri police officer that's helping others cope in the immediate aftermath of a critical incident, such as an officer-involved shooting. This man worked at the O'Fallon Police Department for nearly 13 years, and he's also a handler to a canine. Together, they police the streets of O'Fallon, working to prevent crime. And during his law enforcement, he's also worked for federal agencies, performing high-risk warrants. And he said, "My career is filled with death pretty much, right? You go to suicides and car accidents and all those things. Through that time, you start to realize, hey, maybe this job's starting to have a pretty profound effect on who I am as a person, maybe changing me. Maybe I'm not the person I want to be because of the job." Think about them. And again, applaud the organizations that are coming out. I've talked about how I would love, and this is still on my list of ideas for the future, to hold retreats specifically for our law enforcement heroes. So think of every police officer, man or woman, every firefighter, man or woman, dispatcher, first responder, in any aspect of that umbrella. And we need to, do me a favor, hug on them a little more. So it's not National First Responder Day, but I think that should be every day. because we need to prevent not only the suicides, but the very high rate of divorces, as well as the addictions to drugs, so many other things that happen when they leave the field or when they are trying to cope during the time that they're there. So more and more people are getting the aha moment that we need to take care of those that take care of us, right? I've been wanting to do a retreat, as I mentioned, I shouldn't say just for them, where they are able to connect with others that understand, because that's the biggest thing I've ever heard is you don't understand what we see. And that is so very true. Military would tell you the same thing. I've talked to a lot of veterans that they don't want to talk about it because it was so horrific. And then they cannot connect with the civilian lifestyle because we don't know what they've seen. So that's why they need to come together. So we take care of our veterans, we take care of our first responders, and they're able to come together. There's probably going to be a lot of emotions. We have them interact together, work out together, do movement together, mainly communicate together. I really want to get that going. So we'll talk about that in the future. That's, like I said, it's something that's very near and dear to my heart, to take care of those that are our heroes and run into the things and take care of the things that we all would rather run away from, right? Today, by the way, I mentioned, is not necessarily National First Responder Day, but it is National Love Your Pet Day, which is why we're going to talk about our doggies. It's also National Muffin Day. So if you're looking for some breakfast items, you might get a muffin. Maybe you'll get a cherry pie, because it's also National Cherry Pie Day, National Comfy Day, and National Leadership Day. All right, and into sports, are you going to be watching tonight? It's the Four Nations Face-Off, and it's U.S. and Canada. And I'm hoping this time that there's no booing that will take place during the national anthem like we saw before. So Matthew Tkachuk, Brady Tkachuk, Colton Parayko, Jordan Bennington, we'll see a lot of them tonight. Will there be fisticuffs? I would think almost guaranteed. Last time into that match, it was 9 seconds in. So game time in Boston tonight, 7 o'clock our time. It's going to be exciting. All right, it is 7:17. Let me say good morning to all of you that are trying to stay warm on this Wednesday, February 20th. Linda Eckert, good morning to you. Kathleen Morris, good morning, Dr. Sean Fitzgerald. Linda said, you're welcome. I love making snow angels. I will every time we get a good snow. Thank you, because I know it was very cold. Good morning to Julie. Kathleen says, on my treadmill while watching your snow reports and your show. Linda says, keeping my treadmill hot every day. I know that you get on that treadmill. I think more and more people might be thinking of bringing some type of cardiovascular equipment into their homes, again, to stay out of the cold. Always during the Monica show, she says she is on her treadmill. Julie said, I would sell 100 boxes of cookies and be happy. I know, Julie, that was me. I mean, I was excited to fill my Girl Scout sheet on front and back, but 40,000? I mean, how do you even keep track of all that? Jen Holt, you are absolutely correct. I say that all the time. We don't deserve them. Some people don't deserve dogs. Richard Melching Sr. said, Dude's Playground will be having a First Responders Day later this spring. First responders don't ever get enough credit for what they do. Amen. Rose Presley, we already had a dog and a cat found mistreated, not taken care of the dog. How could we not afford to make her our own? Now she and our other dog are best friends. Way to go, Rose. They don't live that long. Love and give one a home, but if you don't take care of them, don't adopt a dog. And that is truly, by the way, what I love about Yuppy Puppies Forever Rescue. There are some rescue organizations where you go, you look through the kennels and you say, yep, I want that one. And then they have you fill out the information and you take that animal. But who says it's a good home and a good fit? I know they've been criticized sometimes, but that is truly what I love about Jessica and her team. They make sure that you are the right fit. And then that allows it to be less and less of returns. Because again, when you adopt an animal, it should be for forever. It's not for you to say, oh, at some point, I think I will return this animal. That shouldn't even be in your mindset. So there are so many that we're going to show today, but the person that I absolutely love and just want to gush on is the person right there on the right. This is when they went and did the big transfer. And she said it was one of the largest that they have done yet. That's what these pictures are from. So we're going to show you the rescue, the transfer. We're also going to show you the dogs that are still up for adoption and need your help. Today, in our positivity and our positive talk time, we're doing it solo without Jessica, but we're taking care of her animals. We'll do that when we return.
Monica show. It's very informational, but more importantly, inspirational.
People such as myself and others can come out and talk about real issues that are taking place in our communities.
These are amazing, really, really important topics that don't get discussed enough.
It really just promotes people who are making change and doing good in their lives.
All right. So if you're looking for a little positivity and you're looking for like-minded people, this is your community. Trust me on that. I would be shocked if a lot of you Monica's Maniacs don't have a pet, whether it's a dog or a cat or whatever the animal may be, because I can feel the kindness in each and every one of you and how you are giving good homes to these wonderful animals. I hope that is the case. So as you are waking up and maybe just coming onto the show, do me a favor and text your friends and tell them, hey, tune in. Are you looking for an animal? You're looking for a dog? Well, as I mentioned, you always want to check in with Yuppy Puppies Forever Rescue and Yuppy Puppy Pet Spa. You don't call the spa aspect when you see a dog and think, oh, I might want to adopt that dog. Because again, that's their day-to-day business. You've got to go to Pet Finder. Michelle always drops in great links for you to check out different animals, but they being Yuppy Puppy Pet Spa and Yuppy Puppies Forever Rescue, the rescue component, just did a huge transfer. And again, from the APA. Now, I was hearing that they might be closing on Olivet. So what's going to happen to all these animals? So I was talking with Jessica, again, wishing her the best. So please do me a favor and wish her well because she has been sick. They took in the animals that they could, but she told me that there are 115, well, at the time, there was 115 more. So what is going to happen to all these babies? I know all these organizations come together and do all that they possibly can. I love Kennedy. She's the one that would train the animals, by the way. They are going through and checking, making sure that the dogs have all of the shots that they need, going into the vet, making sure that they are ready to go. And some are, but there's still going to be time to take care of all of them. These are, again, the animals that they were able to rescue and transfer because there are so many. You know, we think about these organizations and the wonderful work that they do, and we cannot gush on them enough. Thank you to each and every one of you organizations. And you can just see the love. This is one of my favorite pictures that was shot. The love and, kind of like if there's a conversation going on between them, it's pretty much saying, we've got you. We will take care of you from here forward. I mean, look, she was meant to do that. I truly believe that she is an angel living on earth. Jessica Cook, I know you've enjoyed her with us over the last year, and she just has a heart of gold. If she could, she would take every one of those animals in herself, right? Signing the paperwork, doing the big transfer, and then ultimately bringing them right there. I mean, look at the dog looking in going, oh, wow, this is going to be a really cool place. Now, I was told by Jessica that some of the animals, they have had an opportunity to already look over. This is one of them, and check out and say, okay, ready to go, right? Some of them are younger. Some of them might be a little older. You got to find the ones, right, that are the perfect fit for you. And maybe it's this dog, don't know. But Alfredo is one of the first one of their big pull that has made his way to Cottleville. This is Alfredo to accept applications. He's 6 months old, and she said is absolutely pure puppy love. So first of all, I love the names that they come up with, but what do you think? You want to adopt Alfredo? Alfredo is one of the transfers that they had that is available again in Cottleville. So it was amazing. They said they got 20 of the animals. They all went to quarantine and the vet checks at their Winghaven location. And then ultimately they get transferred over to Cottleville because that's where Yuppy Puppies Forever Rescue is. She said, as each one gets vet cleared, then we can assess which home is best suited and no behavior issues. Once that happens, they go to Cottleville to accept applications or to start their training, which I mentioned. Again, Kennedy is incredible, right? Michelle just said she loves the name Alfredo. We talked a lot about pasta, which I'll mention here in just a second. But yeah, she said some will make it over fast, while others will be quite some time. They have one that needs a tail amputation. You never know the condition that these animals are in at the time. A few were spayed and neutered. Some have skin or ear infections. A few need further testing for symptoms, but they've all had their first vet appointment and all seem super sweet. Now, there is one in particular that she told me was, she literally said these words, a little turd. And this is a picture of the little turd. There's some parts of this dog that remind me a little bit of Tessa. Why is this one a little turd? Well, let's find out. This is what she said. This little turd is over at Cottleville, but won't be available until after training. He's 4 months old and has a bite record against him. And yes, people can say, oh, he's just a puppy, but his food and resource guarding, if not corrected, he will be a dangerous dog. So he must go through training first. His name is Ritz, not available right now because, again, he's got to go through the proper training. They will not send him out for someone to come back and say, this dog's biting, this dog's a bad dog, blah, 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 blah. And this is when people have a mindset of put that dog down, right? They do everything that they possibly humanely can to get these animals ready so that they're trained, that they're well-behaved animals before they ever come into your house. So again, major rescue transfer, I should say, again, between all these organizations. So just look at these babies. As we mentioned, they just brought them in, about a week and a half ago or a week ago, even that. Yeah, I think it was like a week ago. And some will be available for adoption. Some still will have to go through everything. I mean, look at all the kisses. There's nothing better than a dog kiss. Some of you say, ew, gross. I've heard it all the time. Oh, they lick their butt. Okay, whatever. Get over it. Wash your face off after that. This, again, is Alfredo, one of the dogs that is available to you right now. But these other ones, if you're looking at some of these pictures saying, oh, I like that one, I like that one, all you have to do is reach out and talk with Jessica and her team and ask if they are available yet. I'm going to tell you right now, this little cutie looking to come in the door there, I think is absolutely beautiful. But yes, as mentioned, Alfredo is available. One of the babies that was in the transfer that is available to you. Now, we're going to talk about some of the other dogs that have been there for a while and are available to you right now. So I had a chance to go and see a lot of the dogs. This is Roxy. Roxy is a dachshund that absolutely melts their hearts, lives with a senior lady and other dachshund and a cat. She's laid back. Snugglebug. We talked about keeping you warm right now. Snugglebug to the nth degree, they said. A family that was full of kids and dogs came. They passed because they could see it was stressing her out. So if you're interested in her, she needs a laid back senior home. And when we say there's a right dog for all of us, some people have a family and they've got all this energy and they want a little puppy. Well, great. In fact, I'm going to go back to a picture that I had, and hopefully you saw the show. I can't believe that this dog is still available. I've already put out on my stories and reels pictures and videos of this gorgeous animal, and I swear to you, if I could get Jim to agree, I'd bring her into our home immediately. This is Dumpling. Can you believe that a Shiba Inu, which personally I think are just the most incredible dogs. They are beautiful. You will have people constantly ask you if the dog is a fox because they look like little baby foxes. Dumpling, when I met her, my mom met her, one of the best Shiba Inu personalities I've ever seen. So she's still there, Jessica said, which absolutely shocked me. She is a puppy. They adopted at 12 weeks old, and now she's 5 to 6 months old, and she's back with them. And I'm shocked. Now, honestly, I was surprised by this, but Jessica told me that Shibas don't do the best with them. And I'm surprised by that. Still available and no interest. So if you know anybody like me, so right now, if I wasn't doing the show, I can tell you that a bunch of people who used to watch me would have sent me and said, Monica, there's a Shiba Inu available, which is what happened when we adopted Opus. And if we didn't have 3 dogs, I would do my best to talk to Jim and find out if it was possible for us to bring her in. Again, she's a female. She's only 5 to 6 months old. She is the biggest lover. And, you know, we hate to use the word perfect, but honestly, that's what Jessica said to me, that she's just the perfect Shiba Inu. So Dumpling and Roxy, we just showed you. We've got more dogs to show you that are available. So if those aren't the ones for you, maybe they're still to come.
Are you looking for your own little slice of Italy? Then look no further than Viviano's. For over 20 years, Viviano's has been bringing you delicious Italian cuisine and more for dine-in or for you to enjoy at home. With local ingredients you can see on our shelves, it's no wonder you can taste freshness in our meals. Visit us today or go to vivianoscafe.com.
And I would like for you to be there on March 6th. Mobile Monica Live March 6th from 4 to 5:30 p.m. It is not a Monday, it is a Thursday. Mobile Monica March 6th, 4 to 5:30 p.m. with Viviano's and Chef Mel sauces. Did you see them the other day? We were talking about Italian food, wonderful conversation, a heck of a lot of fun, giveaways. You may get a chance to win the incredible sauce. And let me just tell you, I absolutely, positively fell in love with Chef Mel's sauce the other day. She sent us home with some meatballs. I was blown away by the sauce. So Michelle, now I understand. So Michelle had just met her over the last couple months and then immediately thought, well, she would be great for a Mobile Monica. So we started talking, and sure enough, not only she, but Michael Viviano said, let's do this. So that's one of the 500 celebration days. We are going to be trying to do 5 days of 500 celebrations. And I do want to thank each and every one of you that came out yesterday and sent me an email and said, here's a great place for a breakfast Mobile Monica. Here's a great place for an afternoon or an evening, etc. So again, Viviano's is part of the 500 celebration. And Chef Mel was saying, hey, let's have some samples. Let's maybe do some wine tastings. Let's do some dancing. Let's do some basket giveaways. It's going to be a blast. So I'm hoping you already put it on your calendar. If not, start telling everybody. So that's one of them. We also are going to be, during the 500 celebration, we are also going to showcase Hello Juice and Smoothie. That is going to be the day before. So on March 5th, we will be at Hello Juice and Smoothie, and that is in Kirkwood. They actually have 2 locations, but we are going to be at the Kirkwood location, and that is going to be at 9 o'clock in the morning. We cannot wait to see you. 2 locations, Kirkwood and the Grove, but we are again going to be at the Kirkwood location. Their hours, if you have never been and you want to start your day off with a wonderful bowl or smoothie or wonderful pressed juices, they are open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. So that's 2 of the 500 celebration days that we're going to have. I'm talking about doing a workout, since we've got to bring fitness into play, don't we? A workout during our 500 celebration week. Would you come and work out with us? I'll tell you where that might be. I've got a meeting on that today. And then also, I mean, come on, we're doing our 500th show on March 4th. We've got to be out with you. I want to be out with the community, whether it's on the Illinois side, Missouri side, doesn't matter what county. You tell me who wants to book us. We will be there for a breakfast lunch to do a massive 500 celebration on March 4th. And then again, March 5th is Hello Juice. March 6th is Viviano's and Chef Mel's. And then I'd love to do something on March 7th in the morning and the evening. The morning is Friendship Friday with Dot Fleshman. I think we should be somewhere live for that. You can come and meet Dot. Rose, she was asking about you, by the way, when we were at the Galentine's event. She's like, is Rose here? I'd like to meet her in person. Rose just said, you get another dog, Monica. Jim might be up for adoption. He may divorce me if I tried to do that. Rose also said, does Afraid come with chicken? Hey, you know what? They may be able to adopt a chicken out in a rooster. Julie Levanon Kennedy, she is a wonderful trainer, truly. Michelle said, Rose, a chicken would be gold if they can lay eggs. Yeah, right? So, people trying to get eggs at the grocery store right now is just ridiculous. I mean, it's an arm and a leg that you're paying $8.50, $9, $10, $12, $14 just for a carton of 18 eggs. You need your own rooster and chicken right now, don't you? Absolutely. Good morning to all of you. I'm seeing the numbers go up. So a lot of people are texting and saying, hey, there are some dogs up for adoption. We need to help these babies. We showed you earlier some of the long timers that have been there, and I wish that they weren't. We remember Cristiano, we remember Jalapeno. Those dogs have been adopted out. If you are a Dachshund fan, maybe have it in your heart to think about adopting Roxy. But we also want to talk about other dogs that have been there. So I know I had a chance to meet Mariah, as well as one of the dogs that was supposed to be, or so we thought, up for adoption and was pending was Ryder. But Ryder, unfortunately, is actually back. And this is Ryder right here. Ryder was pending adoption, but as we said, if they feel it is not a good fit, then they're not going to adopt the dog out. So just take a look at some of these babies. These are some of the dogs that are still there up for adoption. And again, it's all ages. They could be puppies. They could be really energetic, as you're seeing here. They could be more subdued, which is perfect for maybe a senior home. They could be only dogs, right? An only dog home, or they get along with other dogs and get along with cats, right? So some people think, okay, that's the perfect dog. It just depends on your home as to what you think is quote unquote perfection. So once again, these babies, all of these guys are available to you. So these are the wonderful pictures that were sent over. All of these babies, look at those faces that are up for adoption for you. Look at the energy and the sheer excitement of, I want to come home. Oh, I want to be with you. Look at that face. They just want to be loved. They want to give love. And some people said earlier, we don't deserve them, right? We don't deserve them. You do if you're going to give them a good home. Look at Ryder has been there for a little while and wanted a home. Mariah, right there, who I had a chance to meet. Let me see. Let me give you a little background. Flossie, the only two pending, by the way, are Mark and Flossie. So if you do go to their pages and you check out Pet Finder and you see Mark and Flossie, they were pending, and she said they're pretty positive they are going home next week. If that doesn't happen, then of course I will pass that along to you. Ryder, the golden that was pending, is not anymore. It was just not the right fit. So Mariah, a great girl that keeps getting overlooked. She's potty trained. She loves everyone she meets. She just doesn't do well with others. So maybe an only dog home for sure, but getting along with people, but not doing well with others. Melvin is under a year old and is such a lover, and the vet loved him so much that she took him home while he was recovering when he came to them after having an infection. And she said he's perfect in a house. He also doesn't like dogs or cats. So when we're thinking about, okay, do you know somebody who would love to have an only dog in their home? Then these are the dogs that might be right for you. Ryder doesn't get more perfect for an adult only home with no cats or dogs. He's 8 and he could fit in any home that's adult only with no dogs. So again, when we think about some of this, like I wouldn't be the right home, right? Because we do have 3 dogs. Other people would say, well, I only want one. So again, that's why we say there's some for everyone. So besides the ones that we are showing you, it's also that they just brought in so many more from that transfer. Okay. Again, they took in 20, but she said 115 were still there. So I'm hoping some other organizations have stepped up. And this is what I want to read you. This is verbatim from Jessica. She said, what makes me so mad is we were on such a high as we knew we truly saved these dogs' lives. And our email was full of people asking us to take their dogs. Take their dogs for reasons like this. Quote, I just don't have time anymore. They need a better home than what I can provide. And this is what she said. Be that better home. Just step up and own it, folks. You know what? Change who you are and be a better home. But at the same time, I'm going to say, Jessica, if they're not a better home, then they belong. And I know it's hard because you're overrun at some of these rescues, but I'd rather them be in the love and support, wouldn't you, at Yuppy Puppies Forever Rescue or any of these other wonderful organizations than to be at a home where they're not wanted? Or like we showed you in the news you can use, abandoning a dog in a parking lot, putting a sign on them, hoping that someone sees that, brings the dog in. I mean, that dog could have been out there in the freezing cold temperature and could have died because everybody would have been just like, what's this dog doing in a parking lot, right? Just crazy. Rose said, my friend has adopted older dogs, which is great. They may have only a few years, but just think they could be their best years. Adopt one of those seniors. Yes, absolutely. They are babies that just want your help. They want to be loved by each and every one of you. And that's what we're hoping for. All right. It is 7:40. So we showcased the babies. We are loving on the babies. We're going to take a break. And when we come back, you tell me, why do you think the dogs follow you around and are attached to your hip? And I mean everywhere. They follow you into the bathroom. You just get up out of the chair or the sofa. You were just with them. In fact, they probably are cuddling with you. You walk away and oh my gosh, they jump down and hello, where are you? Where are you? Like for all of you that don't have dogs, but you have children, same thing, right? Or maybe you wish they would because now they're getting older and they're not attached to you, but they were when they were younger kids. That curiosity. We're going to talk about that when we
Create beautiful gardens and landscaped areas with everything you need at Hoffman Hillerman Nursery and Florist. A great selection of outdoor and indoor plants, gardening items, landscape materials, lawn and garden equipment, and much more. Hoffman Hillerman Nursery and Florist.
Going to be there for a mobile Monica on March 26th. This one's going to be a lot of fun. And truly, I mean, I can't wait for the warmer weather. A potting bar, private class for 2. Sounds pretty fun, right? It can be with your girlfriends or maybe a fun date night out or date day out. Hoffman Hillerman Nursery, by the way, is in Washington, Missouri. And we're talking about doing a handful of things out in Washington. Looking forward to that as we want to go north, south, east, west, get to everyone and tell everyone, thank you so much for everything that you do for us. Okay, I told you I had an opportunity to go over to Yuppy Puppies Forever Rescue, and I wanted to show you the personality. So we showed you the pictures. Now you're going to hear that there's the open houses because this was back when I filmed it about a week or so ago. No open house today, to my knowledge. I'll have to check, but you can always check with Yuppy Puppies Forever Rescue when their next greetings and open houses are, so you can see these animals. But the personality in these babies and how much they just wanted to be loved on. All right, we are at Yuppy Puppy Pet Spa. We're in the Cottleville location, if you've never been here, by the way. We are going to showcase some of the doggies that are here, and I'm hoping that soon after you see this, I can tell you that they've been adopted. So let's go back and meet babies. Here we go. If you've never been here, look, it's so posh. So 2 locations, by the way. I'm in Cottleville. What's this?
Mariah.
Hi, Mariah. How old's Mariah?
I believe
Hi, Speedy.
around 8.
Oh, wow. Hi, baby. Yeah, I was just playing with Dumpling. All right, everybody. I'm showing you all the doggies that are up for adoption right now. Mariah. I hope I'm going to get you adopted. Yes. Can Mariah be with other dogs? Or needs to be in an only home?
I'm not sure, but I think Kennedy needs to dog test her.
All right, we're going to get dog tested. We're going to get you adopted. All right, here we go. Hi. Oh, look at you. You're so excited. Melvin is very excited and wants you to be the person to adopt him. Melvin wants a forever home. Very excited. I know. I'm trying to get you a home. All right, everybody. This is, again, we're going through, checking out the babies that are up for adoption. I know it. Okay. By the way, you can check out open houses today and tomorrow from 12 to 5 at their Cottleville location. Flossie. Oh.
Last week.
Hi, sweetheart. Oh, aren't you cute? Again, all shapes, all sizes, boys, girls, some dogs, again, for solo homes, and others that can be with other doggies and cats. Check them out. Pet Finders got all their dogs. Oh, you like scratches. You like scratches. All right, this is Flossie, folks. Okay, we're going to get you a home. We're going to get you a home, okay?
All right. And Miss Roxy.
Miss Rox. Oh, hi, Roxy. You know I love a dachshund, folks. Do we know how old Roxy is?
She's around 9, I believe.
Around 9. It's okay. I know. All right, folks. If you love a dachshund and they are absolutely hilarious and they will give you love like crazy, check out Roxy. Again, available if you're just watching this at Yuppy Puppies Forever Rescue in Cottleville. All right, Roxy. We're going to get you adopted, okay? So you can get all loved on. Okay. Hi. I know it.
And then lastly, we got Ryder.
Who's this? Oh, Ryder. Ryder's
No.
pending though, right? Ryder, I think, is pending. I believe so. Okay, Ryder may or may not be going home. Ryder is beautiful and super, super soft. Ryder's been here for a little while, right?
Oh yeah.
Yep, so we are getting all these long-timers adopted out. You are gorgeous. You're super soft. I think you were just bathed, weren't you? So Ryder, I hear, is maybe pending. Okay, Ryder was pending, and this is what happens, and this is why you always need to go back and check, because Ryder is available. Flossie and Mark, as we had told you earlier, Flossie should be going home. Jessica said that she was pretty positive that that was going to happen, going home next week. But Ryder, it wasn't a good fit. So if you want that gorgeous golden retriever, Ryder is available. And you had a chance to see Mariah and Melvin and Roxy. So that's what I want. So if we cannot be with Jessica on one of our positive talk times, I'm going to go through. I'm going to show as many of these babies as I can. And what do you think about this? We did the Barking Baker. We unfortunately only did one episode so far, or maybe it's fortunately because it's not supposed to be the time yet. I told Jessica that I would love to get her rescues and have them interacting with me, having fun with me, and ultimately getting the treats that we make there at Yuppy Puppies. I would think you just need to see their personalities more. I think you need, because sometimes when you see a picture on Pet Finder or you see a little clip on a social media page, hopefully as you're scrolling through and hopefully you stop on it, it's just a little glimpse. Obviously, ultimately, you need to get in to the open houses. And again, that was shot last week or so. So that what I was talking about were the open houses those 2 days. Check in with them. Find out when the meet and greets are. Or go in and, again, find out if you can submit to have your own first date with that dog and then have a second or third. Bring your children in, bring the other animals in the home in, see if it's a good fit before ultimately you bring that dog into your house. And then you all of a sudden feel like this isn't a good fit. I want to give them up. They don't want them back because they are having to open up their space for new ones. There's just this constant revolving door of animals. And we would love to say that that's not the case. But again, 115 more in that transfer that were still there after they took 20 of them, you know that they are needed. Julie Fabian says, yes, yes, yes. Michelle's doing a wonderful job dropping in everything that you need to know about upcoming events. Julie Purcell said, mine do it all the time. My husband can move all around the house. They stay still. I get up and they come everywhere. Yes, even the bathroom. Hats by Diane said, that was a lot of cookies. That was earlier about our cookie story. I know, right? Diane said, it breaks my heart to hear about the dogs being abandoned. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Paula, Cooking with Paula in Chianti. We love you, watching maybe from Italy on Instagram a little earlier. Well, welcome to all of you. We love having you. So I picked this up and we're going to do a lot of things out of this magazine. Paw print, a dog's brain. Okay. They're talking about how canines think, how they feel and learn. And I just love this particular article. Before we do our devotional and wrap up and make sure that you know everything that's coming up in the next week and then into our big 500 celebration week. Why do you think, Julie just mentioned that it happens for her? Yes. In the bathroom, you have to do this, like push the door. You've got to, Jessica's actually mentioned this in the past, that you've got to have boundaries. They need to know that they can't be everywhere with you. So from the living room to the bedroom, to the kitchen, and the bathroom, the dogs are right behind us. So let's examine the reasons why your pooch always wants to tag along. So is it separation anxiety? Is it they love you so much they just can't imagine you not, because you're their world, right? You are their absolute world. So apparently we humans need a buddy beside us when we're doing the laundry, changing the sheets, searching for the phone charger, and of course, during bathroom breaks, at least according to our dogs, that is, right? Maybe they think we need their support even as we reach for the toilet paper that they chewed on yesterday. How many of your dogs do that, by the way? Take the toilet paper roll and run all the way around the house, or you see this roll coming out of the bathroom and into the living room. We've all been there. Privacy, folks? What's that? Especially when you have a puppy and the big boom, boom, boom puppy running around the house. And they're like, where are you, Mom? Where are you, Dad? Despite what dog owners are often told, This behavior has nothing to do with your dog being a pack animal or trying to steal your space, because all of you might be Googling, why does it happen? Well, despite what you've read, it's not true. Dogs, like people, are social animals, and they enjoy the company of their loved ones. In fact, they love it so much that at times they will endure your dirty bathroom just to be with you. So here's what happens with mine. And again, feel free to share any stories with us in the comments. For me, I will be getting ready in the morning. Sometimes the dogs keep sleeping. Other times I think it's cute and I welcome it that Adelaide will come walking in and just kind of look up at me. I'll put a towel down or take some of my clothes in the dirty laundry and just kind of curl them up like a little nest for them, or like their bed. And then she'll come right there immediately because they want to be around your scents, don't they? And she'll just curl up and want to be there with me and then just watch as I'm blow drying my hair, as I'm getting ready. Then if I didn't put the gate up, she would be right here with me right now on the chair, listening and watching the show because she's mama's baby and she always wants to be right with me. Share your stories. Tell me what yours do. So here's the deal. Human animal bonding. Richard said, I've been talking to the board members about that for over a year, but it will happen at some point. What was that? It must be something that you and Michelle are discussing. After so many years of selective breeding, dogs are truly man and woman's best friend. If you have a close relationship with your dog, it's built what? On trust and understanding. Your physical presence is crucial to maintaining that beautiful companionship. Plus, positive, right? Positive talk time. Positive interactions with humans have been shown to raise your levels of happiness in the dogs. So being near their BFF actually feels good as well. And then boredom after they've been alone for hours or when there are no birds or squirrels out the windows to obsess over, the dogs become increasingly bored and they require enrichment. So if you don't provide it, they will find ways to entertain themselves. A bored dog may also find that if they continue to follow you around, you will finally get the hint that it's time to take them for a walk or play with them. It's really cold for us to be outside and taking them for walks right now, even if you put them in their little shoes or in their little sweaters. But it's really, really cold for you and for them. So it's time for you to throw the ball around, kick the ball around, throw the little sticks around, the rubber sticks inside of your home. They need activity, they need love, they need sleep, and they need to be fed. They're pretty simple to take care of. Dogs also experience nervousness, fear, anxiety in a way that's very similar to how we feel. And just like us, when our dogs become anxious, they may want to be near someone who makes them feel safe, makes them feel secure. For many anxious dogs, so think about your animals. Do they have separation anxiety? Separation from the person that they are so bonded with only adds to that stress. So that's why they want to be right by you. And then reinforcement. If you and your dog have a history of positive reinforcement, training together, your dog knows that you provide access to what? All things fun, all things tasty. Your presence alone is a solid indicator. Come, I swear I walk around and they just look at me like I'm the treat lady constantly, like every second, more treats, more treats, more treats, put them in my belly, right? And it's not hard to figure out that when you're making a snack in the kitchen, it might mean what? Delicious crumbs that you leave for them on the floor, or something for your mouth, something for their mouths. Some breeds, in particular, those that have been bred for centuries to work alongside a human, are hardwired to stay near their person. So now you got to look at your breed. The herding group, I've got 2 of them, or at least portions of them. So the cattle dog is in that herding group. 75% of Tessa is an Australian cattle dog. 50% of Adelaide is a dachshund, but 25% is Australian cattle. So I understand why they're right next to us, right by our heels. Herding dogs have learned to pay very close attention to their owner's cues and then wait for new information. What should I do next? Well, who am I herding, right? They're going to be ready to perform a specific task like gathering the sheep. Other breed groups, such as the working group, have been selectively bred to be on the job with their owner. So, when we watch those wonderful dog shows and we think, oh, look at this group. That's the working group. That's the herding group, whatever. Does your dog fit into those categories? Well, now you understand why they want to be right next to you. Sometimes we don't pick up on the not so subtle hints that our dog needs to go outside. So sometimes it's unmet or medical issues that you got to pay attention to. Dogs that all of a sudden, and this is when it's very different from their personality, they all of a sudden become clingy. Well, they may need a potty break. Dogs who aren't feeling well or have an underlying medical issue also might follow you around more. And if you thought, I just put you out to go to the bathroom, hush up. Maybe they've got something going on from a medical issue that they got to run back outside and go to the bathroom again, right? Maybe it's a urinary tract issue. They got an infection. Who knows? But pay attention to that a little bit more. So when should you be concerned? Although it can get annoying, even a tad creepy, the majority of time your dog wants to follow you is nothing to be concerned about. However, if your dog obsessively is following you and it's a new behavior, that may indicate you need to visit the vet or a behavior consultant like Kennedy, a wonderful trainer at Yuppy Puppy. It's important to pay extra close attention to the canine body language and communication. If you notice that your dog's following you around and it includes signs of stress, you should seek help from a certified behavior consultant or positive reinforcement trainer. A tense-looking body, vocalization such as whining or barking incessant. If they do it incessantly, that's one thing. But here and there, if it's in their nature, then obviously it's nothing new. Or the inability to settle down, that would all suggest issues of fear or even anxiety. So if we were on set today, I would read from the Fear and Anxiety, the 100 Days to Freedom for that, for our babies. Dogs, again, are very social animals. They enjoy the company of you. If you find that the behavior comes on suddenly, there could be an underlying health issue. So understand that. Moving slowly, groaning when lying down, sensitivity to touch, changes in behavior, not eating issues like that, pottying, indicate a need for your dog to be seen by the vet right away. So I hope that helped a little bit, and it brings us together because we all deal with it. Sometimes we think it's cute, and sometimes it's get out of our space. I'm just trying to go to the bathroom. Just like you that maybe want to get away from the kids and you just want your alone time. Well, that happens. Okay, why dogs nibble on us? Maybe we do that one with Jessica very soon. There are so many incredible topics, but Jessica would like to know, what would you like us to cover on our upcoming Positive Talk Time? What's happening with your dogs at home? Are there crazy things they're doing that you've always wondered, why does my dog do this? Well, that's when we bring the expert in. Jessica Cook will be back with us on our next Positive Talk Time with Yuppy Puppies Forever Rescue and Yuppy Puppy Pet Spa. When we come back, we're going to do our devotional, and we'll also make sure that you know everything that's coming up on the show next week and getting ready. I cannot wait to see all of you. A lot of you that come to these regularly, I love you. Those of you that are always typing and writing that I've never had a chance to give a hug, please come to the 500 celebration. Make it happen. Let's get together and celebrate as a community.
Hey guys, I just want to tell you, being on the Monica Adams show has just been a delight. It's been a joy. What she's doing for the community is amazing. I'm so proud to be sitting in this blue chair, being honored and honoring the people for the showcase that I'm doing for the Neiman Marcus Black Creatives in the Lou Black History Month Showcase. I want to end this segment with a poem that I wrote. I grew up on the North Side. That's where it all started. Dreams, goals, and aspirations grew within me, and they never departed. You see, my environment was jaded, but that never fazed me, because what my parents instilled in me made my dreams go crazy. Mama was my cheerleader, and Papa gave me the tools. Everything could be yours, they would say. Just make sure you follow these rules. Work hard, don't look back, and keep your mind set on stable. And if you can't find yourself somewhere to sit, create your own table. Thank you, Monica, for creating this table. Take care. Be blessed.
This lady got me in the best shape of my life. I literally didn't know that I could be in shape like that. But the amount that she pours into her clients, and especially whenever you get the one-on-one training, it's mind-blowing. I mean, it was really life-changing. I learned so much about proper form, about nutrition, about just being able to invest in myself. I hired Monica to be my personal trainer, which was one of the best decisions I've ever made.
And I absolutely love changing lives through personal training and life coaching. So, yes, if you didn't know, we can help you on your journey. You shouldn't have to feel like you are going at it alone. Let us do that. We can help you physically, mentally, and spiritually. Just reach out to me if you've been looking for a trainer or you're looking for someone to keep you going on those New Year's resolutions that you made back in January. Now, here we are on February 20th, and this is ultimately what we see, that so many times people decide to give up and they need someone to hold them accountable, help them lose the weight that they've been struggling with. And if they start to add more weight on, it's to say, let's go in this direction, not go back to old habits. We'd love to help you with that. All right, I'm going to do our devotional, and then I'm going to tell you what's coming up on next week's shows, as well as, again, recapping our big 500th celebration. So here we are on Thursday, February 20th, which, by the way, I was so confused yesterday. I thought yesterday was Thursday. I had meetings. I was on Zoom and people weren't showing up. I'm like, whew, Monica, you got to relax. You've got so much going on. It's just crazy. Learn to live from your true center in me. I reside in the deepest depths of your being, in eternal union with your spirit. It is at this deep level that my peace reigns continually. You will not find lasting peace in the world around you, in circumstances, or in human relationships. The external world is always in flux, under the curse of death and decay. But there's a gold mine of peace deep within you, waiting to be tapped. Take time to delve into the riches of my residing presence. I want you to live increasingly from your real center, where my love has an eternal grip on you. I am Christ in you, the hope of glory. Again, this is from Jesus Calling. There's another one called Jesus Listens, and then the book's 100 Days to Freedom from our friend Stephen Arterburn. Okay, let me see here. Rose said, rescue dogs are the best. They know you save them. I agree with that. My St. Louis friends, stay warm. Keep your fur babies inside. Yes. So on this final day of crazy cold weather, in which we showed you in the beginning, if you didn't see it, we were talking about wind chills in some areas, minus 15, minus 16, minus 17. That is what it feels like on bare skin. It is dangerous. So you might want to try to dismiss it, but please do not. 18 for the high today, but it was 1 in some areas early this morning, again, with wind chills of minus 15, minus 17. We're going to drop down to 5 again, so it still will be cold tonight, but then warmer days ahead, 28, 40, 50, 60. It is going to be so much nicer as we go into the weekend and next week. Take care of yourselves. Take care of seniors. Take care of the pets. Please, if at all possible, do not let them be outside. So Michelle and Dude's Playground, Rich, we're talking about a mobile Monica from Dude's Playground. Oh yeah, I would absolutely love that. So make that happen, Rich. We would love that. Tomorrow, not sure about the topic yet, but I'll be here for you. We're going to just connect. Maybe we do a little fitness. We haven't done that. Would you like me to go into the gym and help you out to keep you motivated? And for those of you that don't go to the gym to keep you warm, maybe we'll join you in the gym. We haven't been in the gym lately. We haven't done any of those Monica's motivational moments. So we can put your fitness and your physical, mental, spiritual all together. Let's do some fitness tomorrow. What would you like? Linda's always on her treadmill, but what would you like to take care of? What's not going well in your life? Core training is always very, very important. We can put your upper body, we can put your lower body. You tell me either now or shoot me an email and say, which is what I used to ask when I was at Channel 5, I would say, okay, now what can I do for you? And then we would have all these emails come in asking, can you show me something for triceps? Can you show something for a low back issue, for stretching the hamstrings? There were a lot of things. What people dealing with vertigo and getting dizzy, and they had problems doing, things inverted or on a decline. You name it, I will cover it for you. I've been a trainer since 1999. Been in the health and fitness and wellness world. I absolutely love educating and giving back and helping you change your bodies. But I also want you to keep moving even in these cold temperature days. All right, next week, super excited to bring Heather Kreider and Mark Schulman. Do you remember them? The Rockstar Attitude. They are incredible speakers. In fact, they are off somewhere warm. Well, so they'll be just coming off some warm vacation. Well, not a true vacation, but a speaking vacation. As they come to us on Monday, they will be with us in our temporary studios at Adventure Unknown. And then on Tuesday, we're talking about bringing more and more authors in. And this is all about building your team. She's got a book, Building Your Team in Your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. What does that look like? And I don't want to butcher her name. Her name is Caitlin Sinkowitz. I'm hoping I'm saying it right. She's going to be with us on Tuesday morning. And then do you remember my friend Joel Goldberg, who used to work with me at Fox 2? Now he is a reporter. He works for the Kansas City Royals, but he's also, I didn't know this, he's also a motivational speaker, and he's an author of 2 different books. He's going to be joining us via a link in Kansas City. We'll talk about warmer weather and baseball season ahead. I do want to let you know that right now, our audio podcast just dropping. So if you are needing a little more dose of Monica and didn't get enough this morning, you can listen to the Yuppy Puppy audio podcast, because we had such amazing information from Jessica Cook. So if you missed her today and you didn't get a chance to see that show that we did, she gave us so much amazing information about what we are feeding our dogs. I'm telling you, it was an extremely powerful show. So that is actually right now on all of the audio podcast platforms. So you can check that out. And then next week, Thursday, our audio podcast will be the one with Pastor David Hawkins. A lot of you like to know what's coming up on future shows, whether it's the talk show side or the audio podcast. So I wanted to give you that rundown of the calendar. So again, right now, you can, as we wrap up, listen to that show if you missed it. Pastor Hawkins will light you up next Thursday. These are at 8 a.m. on Thursdays that those drop. And then Mary McDonough, who played Aaron Walton. That was a wonderful interview, getting a chance to go back in time and remember what the Waltons provided to us. That will be on March 6th. So Hannah Ledford, thank you for all that you do for us. She does our audio editing, and she works hard on those. So please do me a favor and throw your earbuds in and listen to those. Okay, we told you about the upcoming Mobile Monicas, March 5th, Hello Juice, Hello Juice in Kirkwood, March 6th, Viviano's in Fenton, March 26th, Hoffman Hillerman's Nursery. And then I'm working on a workout, so a true motivational moment with Monica in person, working out at a gym I have a meeting with today. I hope to make that happen during our 500th week. I want you, though, behind the scenes to be working on connections for a coffee place for Tuesday the 5th and Friday the 7th. And then where should our big celebration be? A venue that wants to host us. We've got a couple things that I've been working on. I want to make it happen. I want it to be just a massive celebration with each and every one of you that have made this happen. And one more thing, we also have places that have asked me, hey, could you be a brand ambassador? Or can we have like an affiliate link? Yes, we can make that happen just like we did with shopwinegirl.com. Your code to get 15% off is TheRealMonicaAdams. Look at how adorable those sweatshirts are for you, or you think about maybe you've got kids in college. They are so adorable. I bought 3. I can't wait. I was trying to surprise Michelle, and I knew which one she would probably want. And of course, it was the Corks Are for Quitters. That's the color. That is what I bought. It's the same size and everything, but she ended up buying one of her own. They've got hats. They've got sweatshirts. They've got t-shirts. They've got things on sale, socks, dog toys. We're talking about the doggies today, tumblers. Again, shopwinegirl.com with the code TheRealMonicaAdams. So that's one of our newest collaborations. You know, in the past, we had a collaboration with My Pillow, and then I've got a couple of new ones. I would like to work with this incredible place in Italy, Lucan Shoes that I mentioned yesterday. They said, yeah, maybe we can work something out where you all get a discount, and I gush on how much I absolutely love them. And then we, of course, have our own merchandise that we haven't talked about in a while. TheRealMonicaAdams.com is the website you can go to check out the journals, also the jackets for men and women alike, the t-shirts, the long sleeve shirts, the coffee or tea mugs, so many things that we're providing with the mantra of know your value and the positivity. And we're just going to keep it coming and keep it coming. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed today's show. Got a lot of information of why the dogs do what they do. Saw the babies that are up for adoption that I am now hoping that you tell me, hey, I went out and checked so-and-so or so-and-so, and it was a perfect fit for our family. Wonderful. That's what we want. That's what we do this for. Tomorrow, I'm going to meet you in the gym. We're going to work out together. I'm going to show you some things that will help you continue on your journey of getting yourself in shape. Positivity here, soulful mindfulness here, and movement to keep you on course. Then get into a beautiful weekend. And then next week, we've got inspiration, 3 days in a row from incredible authors. And by the way, if you have a book or you have something that you would like to talk about on our show, well, let me know. Guests, topics, authors. info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com. Let's make it happen. And we are just a week and a half away from celebrating 500 shows that you made happen by doing what? Sharing the love of the show. So please share, like, follow, subscribe. No cost to subscribe. Just make sure that you click that button on YouTube or Facebook or Rumble, you name it, whatever the platform is for you, so you know when we go live. Have a beautiful day, and remember to spread one amazing thing to each other: kindness. God bless you. See you tomorrow morning.